Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a hot minute since I've filmed a video. I've just been super busy with a lot of other things, so I haven't had a lot of time to sit down and film. But I am here and I have hopefully a really exciting video for you. Today what I want to do is a foundation dupe routine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide my face, and on one half I'm going to use high-end products, and on the other half I'm going to use what I would consider the dupes of the high-end would be, and they are less expensive drugstore products. And I wanted to do this just to show you that you don't necessarily need to have the most expensive makeup to get a flawless look. And I've been kind of collecting these dupes for a while, so I've wanted to do this video for a while, and I'm so excited that we get to do it today. So let's get started. Start off with foundation, and on my high-end side I'm going to use the Ultra HD Stick Foundation by Makeup Forever. I am in the shade 120 Y245. The Y stands for the yellow undertone, and this is like it says, an Ultra HD foundation. It's 4K compatible, so it is literally like airbrush on your face. However, it is pretty expensive. So I recently picked this up. This is Joe Fresh foundation in Bisque, and it is a stick foundation, the same as the Ultra HD, and I haven't seen anything too different between the two. So I'm going to put them on and I'm going to talk about them as we go. So I'm going to do the high-end side on this side of my face. This foundation is super full coverage. I was kind of skeptical, or not skeptical, but I was kind of scared off by it at first, because when you put it on, it glides over your face and you can see all of your pores because it sits on top of your skin until you blend it in. And so I was like, oh my god, this is disgusting. But it blends out super nice and it stays full coverage as you blend it out, which is great. The only thing about both of these foundations actually is that they kind of do leave you with a dewy finish, so I have to set it. Okay, this side. This does the exact same thing. Shows your pores, full coverage when you blend it out, same dewy finish. In the description bar down below, I'll leave the prices so you can really see the comparison of them. I'm pretty sure the Makeup Forever foundation is, I think, $50, and the Joe Fresh Stick Foundation is, I think, $16. So you can see how dewy both of them are. They blend it out beautifully. They blur your skin, both of them, equally. And yeah, I think the color is pretty good. Okay, so before I set this, I'm going to do my concealer. So for the high-end concealer, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked Skin in Fair Neutral. And this is really light, so I may be a little off balance with this. And this is the NYX HD Concealer in CW02. So high-end side we'll do first. This concealer is super full coverage, really lightweight, like you don't feel it underneath your eyes, which is nice, especially in the winter time if you're a little drier. You can immediately see that the NYX foundation or I can see, I don't know if it's picking up on camera, has more of a salmon undertone, which I actually don't mind. Just because I have some bags underneath my eyes, but I don't know if it's picking up on camera. This is the Urban Decay, and this is the NYX. You can kind of see that it's a little bit more pinky. And I'm just going to use a beauty blender to blend that out. Both of them are super full coverage. I actually don't know which one I like more. I think honestly, I would probably use the NYX one a little bit more because of the pinker undertone. You can kind of see that you can still see the darkness underneath my eye with the Urban Decay. And that's because normally what I do with concealer, or I have been recently, is putting an orange corrector underneath my eyes because of my dark under eye circles. So this one I don't actually need to do that because it has the more pinky tone, but this, you can kind of still see that, you can see the darkness just because it doesn't have that pink undertone or that orange undertone corrector. Okay, so I'm gonna set this super quick. For my high-end side, I'm going to use the Bye Bye Pores Press Powder by ITCosmetics. This powder is beautiful on the skin. It does blur your face and imperfections. So we're just going to use that on the high end. I'm not going to be baking today. I've kind of been not into the baking so much recently and going for more of like a natural face look. Oh my god, this brush. This is one of the Morphe Club brushes, I guess. I don't even remember what it's called, but when you sign up for the Morphe Me, or I don't know, and they send you brushes every month, this is one of them. This is the Morphe M140. This is my second one getting because the first one completely fell apart. The handle, actually all of the brushes that came the first time, the handle fell off. So I asked them to resend them to me and they did, which was great. But this brush sheds like no tomorrow. You'll see when I use the drugstore how much it sheds. It's insane. But it's such a good big fluffy brush that like I don't want to say goodbye. See? Everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Ah! Okay. For the drugstore side, I'm going to be using the E.L.F. High Definition Powder. And this is a loose powder. So it's not completely a dupe because the Bye Bye Pores is a pressed powder and this is a loose powder, but they do the exact same thing. I am obsessed with this powder. I actually reach for it every single day over any other powder because it's like putting silk on your face. It is so silky and smooth and it keeps your makeup on all day. I love it, and I'm pretty sure it's like $4. Come on. So again, now you can really see, I feel like, the concealer. This is the NYX. This is the Urban Decay. I personally am liking what's happening over here. And it's cheaper. Let's move on to bronzer. On my high-end side, I'm going to use the MAC Give Me Sun bronzer. It's a beautiful bronzer. Thousands of YouTubers are obsessed with this bronzer because it gives you just that perfect glow without it being too muddy, which is nice. And then For the drugstore or less expensive side, I'm going to use the Milani Baked Bronzer in Soliel. Sure. I love this bronzer, probably slightly a little bit more than Give Me Sun because I am a huge fan of the gold reflection that it gives. Especially in the summertime or on vacation. Who doesn't want to be a bronzed goddess? So I put bronzer basically all over my face because I'm so pale that I kind of have to. Otherwise, I look like Casper. So there we go. So we have foundation, concealer, bronzer. Let's go to highlight. For highlight, I am going to use another Joe Fresh product. Joe Fresh, I think, is like stepping up their game big time. I didn't know they had highlights until I went and saw that they did, and they have two. They have this one, which is called Luster, and I don't know if you can see, but it's more of a goldish tone with more of like a bronzy gold tone. And then they have this one, which is called Champagne, which is obviously going to be a lot paler. It has more of like a silver shimmer to it. I think for this video, I'm going to use Champagne because I'm going to be comparing it to one that's pretty close.
Where is my brush? Okay. Am I going crazy? I always do this and then I step away for like 5 minutes and then I find it's right in front of my face.
Whoa, struggles. Okay. So I'm going to use Champagne by Joe Fresh on the less expensive side. And I don't know how I'm going to do this half on my Cupid's bow, but we're going to somehow make it work. A little trick that I've been doing with my highlighter recently is slightly wetting my fan brush with MAC Fix Plus or any setting spray and then putting it into my highlighter. But today I'm not going to do that. Okay.
Yes!
Alright, and then, oh my god, this palette is life. This is the Too Faced, I don't even know palette, but it came in like the most gorgeous like dollhouse box from Sephora. Oh my goodness. But anyways, just take this in for a second. Yes! These colors are phenomenal. So at the bottom there is a highlight here and it's called Flush. And I'm going to use that on my high-end side. This is the Joe Fresh. This is the Too Faced. I'm looking pretty equal to me. Alright, let's do eyebrows, my friends. Ride or Die eyebrow pencil. I will choose this over any high-end pencil, always. This is a Maybelline Define-a-brow. Obsessed. So this is the not high-end. I love how skinny this brush or this pencil is. So you can almost make like hair-like strokes. I'm obsessed. And it's so quick and easy. And we're just gonna brush that through. Okay, eyebrow, done. Amazing. On the high-end side, I'm gonna use MAC's. Uh-oh. Everything came off. I'm pretty sure this is called Spiced. Does that make sense? I don't even know. I'll leave it down below. But this is their eyebrow pencil. This one's a little too dark for me, so I have to do really light-handed strokes. And I find that this one, the product builds up super fast, so you can't go over the places that you've put the product a bunch of times because it'll get super heavy. And I could just be saying that because I'm so in love with the Define-a-brow that nothing's going to change my mind. Okay, MAC, Maybelline. You can kind of see the MAC one has more of like an ashier tone than this one, and this is the Maybelline. It has more of like a like golden brown. But other than that, the pencils work the exact same in my mind. They are super skinny. They look the same. One's just green and way cheaper. Let's do blush and then, oh, no, pause. We gotta set these bad boys. 1 second. Okay, so for me, when I'm setting my brows, it's not necessarily something I do every time. So I don't really have that high end of a brow setting powder. I know there's Anastasia, and I know MAC has one, and a bunch of people have them. The one that I have that I would consider high end is this Gosh Defining Brow Gel, and I'm only saying that it's high end. I know you can get this at drugstores and stuff, but I'm only saying it's high end because I'm comparing it to Essence Make Me Brow, and this is like $2. So yeah. Tip with this, and this is in my brow tutorial, which I'll link down below, is when you put on your gel after you've put on your either powder or pencil or whatever it is, wipe off some of the product on the edge, because if you go in and you're just like la la la, you're gonna wipe away half of the stuff that you just put on your eyebrow because this is wet and it's gonna remove it. So just lightly, and sometimes I only do it in the front because I really like the look of like wispy front pieces, and then I just drag it back and then drag it down the tail. Wispy, drag it back, drag it down the tail. That's it. Now, for the drugstore or the dupe, this one I actually really like, and I should have duped it with the Benefit brow gel or whatever it is, because it has little tiny hairs. You're not gonna see that, but there are little tiny hairs in this, little fibers, and they kind of make your eyebrow look a little thicker. And so over the two, I would choose this one. Not only because it's like $2, I don't even know, but it's so cheap, but because I like the fact that it has those fibers. The only problem that I would say for the Essence one is there's only 2 shades. So there's this one, which is Blondie Brows. And then there's one that's almost, I swatched it on my hand and it's almost like black. So there's no real in between. I would say if you're darker haired than I am, I would maybe get the 2 and mix them together. And it's affordable, so you can do that. All right, let's do blush. And then we are going to finish off with mascara, and then we're done. For my blushes, I have a MAC blush, which is beautiful, and it's called New Romance. And again, I have another Essence product, and this is their blush called Autumn Peach. You will notice the colors are very similar. You will also just see that the MAC one has way more of a sheen to it than this one. But the base colors are very, very similar. Let's put this bad boy on. This is the Essence. And it's super pigmented, as you can see. And we'll pick up a different brush. Same one actually, just different one. You'll see that it has way more of a sheen to it. Okay. Last but not least, we will do mascara, and then we will call it a day, my friends. Mascara, I've been obsessed with this mascara by Covergirl. It's the Clump Crusher. I love it because it has a curved wand and really, really, really tiny plastic bristles. Love. And for the high end, I'm going to use MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. I love this mascara for the bottom lashes, but I've also been recently using it on the top lashes because it really lengthens my lashes, I find. And I love the wand for the bottom lashes because it's super tiny and gets right in there. So actually, let's just use this one first. And this mascara is black, like super black. Watching people do their mascara in videos, I think is the funniest thing. Everyone makes the funniest faces, like, and I am no exception to that. So that's the Giga Black. The only problem, oh shit, the only problem I have with this mascara is the smell. It's like Chemical City. Woo! Okay, my friends, and that's that. So just a reminder that this side is the drugstore less expensive side, and this side is the high-end product side. To me, they look very similar. The only difference that I'm really seeing is my under eye circle on this side. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through all the products, and I'm going to tell you which one out of the two I would recommend using. So between the two foundations, the Joe Fresh or the Makeup Forever, to me, I see absolutely no difference between them. They give me the exact same coverage, the exact same color if I'm using these two colors, and they stay on for the same amount of time, which I've noticed. So only because price-wise, I would go with Joe Fresh. And again, I'm in the shade Bisque. Concealer, so I used the NYX concealer versus the Urban Decay. Only because of this, I would use the NYX. Bronzer, I would choose the Milani because I really like the gold shimmer that it gives you. Setting powders. See, this is the hard one because I really do like the ITCosmetics. You know what? I think for the convenience I would choose the ITCosmetics. Oh, that palette is dirty. I would choose the ITCosmetics because it's pressed. If E.L.F. comes out with a pressed form of this powder, then holy grail. Blushes, to be completely honest, I love the MAC blush, but right now with this highlighter on, it's a little too shiny for me, so I would choose the Essence. It has still a little bit of a shimmer in it, but it's not as intense. Brows, I think you already know. Come on, okay. Setting powder or setting gels for your brows. I already said this, I would choose the Essence one because of the little fibers that it has. I should and I will compare it to the Benefit one that has the little fibers just to see which one is better. And last but not least, highlighters. I really like these Joe Fresh highlighters. I think they are a good investment. They are cheap. I think they're like 10 bucks. They do only have the two right now. So this one is Luster and this one's Champagne. But they're really, really pretty. Really, really pretty. Mascaras. I don't know. Because I love this on the lower lash line and I love how this doesn't give me clumps. So combine the two. Can we do that? Sure. And I think that's it. Yay! I'm so excited that I did this video. If you guys have any questions about the comparisons that I made or any of the products that I mentioned, please leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked the dupes. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.